Welcome to Clowny, the podcast. Today was one of those days where the news made me dumber. Let's unpack the damage. A National Guard specialist, 20 years old, is dead, and the guy who allegedly shot her? Yeah, we trained him. Flew him here, and called it compassion. At this point, America is just Make-A-Wish Foundation for our own enemies. Now, before anybody says, Clowny, don't jump to conclusions. Maybe he just misunderstood something. Let's take a look at what the actual real-world receipts say. That's not me just talking. That's an actual headline.
Strike force.
Not translator, not humanitarian. Strike. Fucking force. Yeah, we rushed the background check, and yes, that matters. Clown World strikes again.
Cute headline leaves out all the nouns that matter. What exactly is Zero Unit, you might ask? You're gonna love this.
I learned that the raid on her home was conducted by elite squadrons of Afghan special forces backed by the United States. They were known as the Zero Units.
Can you believe this? Interpreter? Buddy, this guy wasn't reading books. He was closing chapters.
Imagine being told you're an interpreter when your skill set is night raids and precision elimination. That's not a resume. That's a John Wick prequel.
That's not immigration. That's hiring from the Assassin LinkedIn premium tier.
And this is why the mask stays on.
Roll the simulation.
Let's see who gets to be an American today. Congratulations, Mohammed. You've been fast-tracked for citizenship.
Now let's look at the part that turned the internet into a war zone. You guessed it, the president of the free world has an opinion.
I am determined to ensure that the animal who perpetrated this atrocity pays the steepest possible price.
This guy comes out swinging like he's cutting a promo at WrestleMania. And honestly, I'm here for it. We need more of this.
If you're going to import CIA-trained killers into D.C., you should expect the president to start sounding like a pissed-off dad at a PTA meeting.
The press is like, whoa, harsh language. Buddy, the guy wasn't juggling kittens. He executed a D.C. ambush near the White House. The media always finds energy to critique our president's language, but never the policy failures that made the accurate description possible in the first place.
They're out here grading vocabulary while a 20-year-old guardsman is dead because vetting under Sleepy Joe was treated like a speed bump.
You miss all the signs when you do absolutely zero vetting. And that's exactly what happened in this case. When you, in the prior administration, made the decision to allow thousands of people into this country without doing a single piece of background checking or vetting, that's how you miss every single sign.
So let's recap. The legacy media calls him an interpreter. The CIA file calls him a zero-unit assassin. The president calls him an animal. And the DOJ calls the whole thing a process that will be reviewed at a later time. Meanwhile, Sarah Beckstrom, a 20-year-old who signed up to serve our country, is dead because our government treated national security like a Groupon. It's policy dressed up as compassion and bureaucracy dressed up as accountability, colliding on the very steps of the house that freedom built. This was Clowny the Podcast, the last safe space for unsafe jokes. I'll see you in the next disaster.
Cocaine at the White House.
Alien bases right now.
They're eating the dog. 3 monkeys still on the loose.